Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. Let's see which zodiac sign needs the next reading. Virgos, Virgo energy. Let's see what's going on in your energy, Virgo people and placements, messages for lovely Virgos. Most important, I'm being drawn to the Angel Tarot for you guys. Let's see, trauma bond. King of Wands, similar energy to Pisces right out the gate in an entirely different deck. So yeah, tell me more Virgo messages. This could also be you protecting your own kind of strength, passions. You could be healing. You could be coming into a greater sense of like leadership, responsibility. This could, wow, an entirely different deck, and yet similar cards are stepping out. They are on the same axis as you. So you could also have Pisces placements or be dealing with one. Something about a change in work and moving away from being broke. Beautiful. There's an improvement in finances. Sorry, I apologize. All right, Virgos. Maybe something is clearing, like maybe you're doing that final last kind of gush or push of something negative away from you. Yeah, whoa, this is an entirely different deck, and the same cards are coming out. Wow. 9 of Wands in the past, so you were very burdened in the past. Yeah, definitely check out Pisces reading, please. You could have elevated from something that was very difficult as well. Page of Cups, you're rejecting an apology because it's not going to give you long-term happiness. It's not going to actually nurture your money or your ability to attract. Yeah. Okay. Virgos. 3 of Swords coming out of any kind of pain regarding a masculine here with the reverse 3 of Swords there. Anything else for Virgos? You were in denial in the past regarding your own confidence. There was something you were not seeing. Virgo messages. Let's see what we've got with the dice. Virgos. Messages for Virgos. Could have been dealing with a Cancer. There's something about your ability to fortify your emotional realm much stronger right now. Maybe before you were too open. There's a change here happening. Interesting. We are in Cancer. No, we're not in Cancer season, but we have the Cancer moon today. Sorry. That's conjoining Jupiter actually. So very interesting energies for sure. I don't know why I was talking about that, but anyways, Cancer. Oh yeah. So there could be something like improving because we did have Mars in Cancer earlier in the year. Now we have Jupiter in Cancer. So anything that was kind of like had a lot of fighting to do with our emotional realm in the earlier part of the year last year, we're now kind of finally getting to the point where we're protecting. Jupiter is a very protective force. It's also about learning and wisdom and abundance and positivity. So we could be kind of refortifying our home lives or everything that Cancer rules, our emotions, our time, our emotional, what we need for ourselves, right? So let's see what else we've got. Yeah, you could have seen something clearly and defended yourself. I'm seeing a very strong feminine here as well. Tell me more for, can I say Cancer? Virgos. Virgos. Yeah, you left something behind. Could have been an emotional, relational situation. I'm being called to the Angel Oracle Virgos guidance for visualize abundance in all forms. Wanted to pop out. Interesting. Maybe I'll read that. I'm kind of called to it. Okay, 314, 315. As we start, this card reminds you whatever you imagine is what you experience. The angels guide you to visualize desires instead of fears. You receive this card to help you adjust your visions. Yeah, because we saw that you were like in denial in the past, including those that arise from your thoughts and feelings. Have you been imagining worst case scenarios? The ego employs this technique as a way to try to foresee and control the future. Yet when we visualize the worst, we call those experiences into being. Everything that you've been visualizing is a thought form of energy around you. Angels, clairvoyants, and sensitive people can discern these thought forms because they are real energy masses that take shape of what you're visualizing. Interesting. This is kind of giving like Sam and Colby. I listened to their interview on Joe Rogan, and I posted it on my community page if you're curious on my channel, but they were talking about, I think it's called egregores, which I've heard about before and I've understood before, but they're kind of talking about, and Joe Rogan talked about this when he was on DMT, that they were showing, his guides were showing him that when he thinks negative, it literally creates negative instantly. It like literally, it's like this green-black force field or something. And then when he thinks positive, the negative is like blasted away, and there's like all this growth and joy and abundance. So angels, clairvoyants, sensitive people can discern these thought forms, and so can spirits, right? Because they're real energy masses that take shape of what you're visualizing. So that's why it's so powerful to actually like kind of understand what do you want. I was talking about this in Pisces' reading, like if you had a menu and I said, if you felt deserving and I was covering the bill, what would you ask? What would you take? Would you get lobster? Would you get crab? What would you get? So for example, if you're envisioning a new home, there will be a thought form energy mass of a home floating next to your head and shoulders. That makes so much sense actually, because where I'm living right now, I literally imagined it and then it was here. I imagine it and it was real. So you can have anything you desire as long as you can imagine it. That's how psychics can accurately say you are manifesting a new home by sensing this thought form. Eventually, all thought forms crystallize into solid matter. This could be about you coming into like shared finances or opportunities for power or finances through others. It could also be something about like your health, or you could be moving into a new portal regarding your work as well. The good news is that you can uncrystallize anything in your life that doesn't work by withdrawing the power you've given to it. So this is all about that kind of energy work and being able to control your own energy. And that's why it's so important to learn about these topics. Do not complain about it or affirm its reality. Do not interact with the past timeline. Well, close your eyes, open them, and say, I will be in the new highest version timeline. Work with your guides, pray constantly, right? Unless it's something positive. When you are visualizing a desire, it can help to have a physical representation. So this is kind of like, what do you call that? Like comparison magic or something, where you have like this equals this and that equals that, and then you work with that, right? This can be a picture that you cut out, or a magazine, or a model of a car you desire, or even a clay sculpture that you make yourself. Having an image or placeholder object makes the visualization more real, and it calls it into your aura and increases the effect. A vision board is a place to keep these visual cues of your desires, just like Jim Carrey had that check for $10 million or something, and then literally a year or two later he got a call from, and they said he was going to do the Mask movie, and this was the starting check, $10 million or something. This could be something as simple as a corkboard where you can pin pictures, or large pieces of construction paper. Also, just like pasting it on your walls, or Pinterest boards, going to a store and getting a magazine or getting books. I mean, there's lots of cheap thrift store places you can get those things, and then things that you want to call into your reality, if you, just to inspire you at least. Why is this so dark on my video? That's lame. Whatever. I'm gonna have to work on that. We're all a work in progress. Let's try to get some more daylight. All right, let's see what else we can get for you guys. Virgos. What's your advice? What is your advice, Virgos? What is your most important, crucial piece of advice at this time? Walk away from conflict. Let's grab you an oracle from our... Oh, I have a different card in here. Moving out of a state of rest could also be something that you're working on. I think you're transmuting something, like any kind of pain you might have experienced is now pushing you forward. But let's get you oracles. Virgo's most important piece of message, advice from your highest timeline, spirit team, guardians, guides, beneficial deities. Thank you. Bloodstone. I think that's an actual stone. You could be working with that. Something very mysterious here. Make a decision. Courage. Follow your heart. Interesting. Bloodstone is known to facilitate courage in the wearer, guiding them to follow their heart and make their own way. Bloodstone, so you could literally manifest portals and own realities. Bloodstone appears in your reading when it's time to make a decision. You may feel as though there are two different paths, or perhaps even several, to choose from, but deep down your soul has already made the decision and is waiting for the ego to catch up. Receiving this card suggests there's a battle between your heart and mind. The rational path is trying to steer you towards the reasonable or safer option, but your heart doesn't share the same limitations. The path you'd like to take might be harder, but nothing worth doing isn't easy to go. This card guides you to avoid the safety of crowds, cliches, herd mentality, which will not fulfill the desire within your heart. Interesting. This could be a new way of seeing something or thinking about something. Let's continue. I'm going to pull some tea leaf. Yeah. I'm seeing heart in the reverse, so you've definitely transmuted something, is what I'm seeing. Yeah, peace and harmony here, beautiful. And this is because your ability to kind of take the Queen of Swords stance, think of something logically, cut it off, Ace of Swords, see something clearly after a period of denial, Two of Swords, move out of some kind of pain, Three of Swords. In the reverse, let's see, Virgo. I almost said Libra. You could have Libra placements. Yeah, you could have dropped or let go of something. This could be a Scorpio energy, leaving it behind with the Six of Swords. Virgo, messages for Virgos. Something was not gifting you what you desired or deserved. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Virgos. Well, yeah, you're moving away from something. Change is coming, especially regarding your work. So if you have been looking for change in that area, that could be that improvement coming in, right? Because, yeah, you could have been dealing with something that was very dissatisfactory in the past. It wasn't rewarding you, and it looks like you will be moving into a new job, or this could have been a new job connected with a new job in the past as well for you. Yeah, something about friends could have made you feel tied down, or there's too much fighting or conflict there. Let's see more Virgo messages, Virgo energies. Interesting. Yeah, make sure you're not concerned with like relationships too much. Yeah, because this is going to throw you off. This is going to be bad karma. Somebody wants to also take the bag from you. They could be looking at your abundance. We have new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. And the key, successful outcome to your problems and work, achievement, and success right there. So interesting. Let's get some of, let's actually get, kind of called to this deck, so we'll see. Virgo, messages for our lovely Virgos from your spirit team. Most important messages for Virgo energies. Growth, beautiful. Phoenix, right under that. Let's get you juicy messages. Messages for Virgo. Something about becoming less flexible and more stern. Like maybe you're a person, like if you have Libra placements, you're always balancing two different things. They want you to assume more of a leader, more of an Aries energy. Anything else for Virgo? And that will really help you because Saturn is in Aries right now, so is Neptune. Aries represents the masculine principle, the leader, the kind of charger, the soldier, the kind of beginning of something, and also the leader in general. It's the boss figure, archetype, Aries, right? It's the first zodiac sign. So with Saturn and Neptune and Aries in retrograde, we're reconsidering these areas because Saturn is extremely karmic and it's going to force you to become mature and establish boundaries in that zodiac sign, or you're going to have karma and controlling figures and maybe people from work or maybe people that want to restrict or limit you. Neptune can also mean lies and illusions and delusions and lies. It can also mean addictions on the negative, but if you take control of this energy, it could also mean divine inspiration, guidance that guides you to be a leader and a boss. So it's really how you decide. If you're not expressing it in a really concrete, solid, powerful form, there's something about letting something go, maybe a Sagittarius, then you're going to be at the whims and at the mercy of others, where this energy is going to get expressed regardless. Messages for Virgo energies, Virgo people in placements. So it's a great time to really step into more maturity regarding your leadership, regarding yourself. Aries rules the self. Anything else, like really putting your own needs first, or you're going to allow others to put their needs first, Virgo. All right, we have into the occult. Interesting. You could be into the occult. Eradicate their existence in your life. Stay high vibing, especially with new creative ideas. Just be done with yesterday. Don't even invest in it. Don't think about it. Move into the new timeline. Get better at ignoring people. And that includes their energy and their thoughts. Glow up is here. Allow it to come to you. And that's because you're glowing up and you're attracting and calling it in. You're manifesting it. Moving into new stability. I also heard new reality / certainty. So you're moving into this stronger sense of empowerment and control. And this is really great for the next 30 years. It's Aries is the start of the zodiac cycle, which means Saturn in Aries is establishing a new form of structures for the next 30 years. Saturn represents bones and the structure, construction, money, the peak of powers, the last earth sign. So it's very strong and very calculative. And it doesn't waste. It doesn't waste time. It doesn't slave away for others, right? It needs to have the maturity to have self-confidence, or you're going to be a slave for others. They are trying to steal from you. Identity theft. We have adorable / cute and sideways, so maybe you're becoming less so, right? You have more self-respect. Darkness being repelled. Interesting. You could be repelling darkness, different values. Interesting. We have fast more, but it was in the reverse. Maybe you need to eat more rich foods or food that gives you energy. Unlocking your soul's purpose, awakening. Course correct. So you could be course correcting with your soul purpose. Do not lower, and you could be working with your guides, right? Praying constantly, asking them for guidance every day. Do not, all the time, do not lower your frequency. Do not be stripped of your dignity. Stay away from those who aim to lower your power. And this is somebody who maybe was just like doing this by not providing you what you're required, by not honoring you, by not giving you anything, not giving you anything in return. Similar energy slightly to Pisces. Do whatever it takes. Live in the present moment. Be honest with yourself on what you truly desire and don't. And there's something here about harvesting, right? If you don't want this, why would you plant this seed? Why would you waste your time and energy into someone, a relationship, or a situation which is not a part of your timeline? Realign yourself, course correct what you actually do want to create. Again, allow it to come to you. Key to upward movement. Interesting. So we saw a key here. So there is forward movement. But the key to it could be this rabbit energy here. Ignore concerns, too much concerns with sexual matters. Protect yourself, right? You see clearly now. You definitely were not in the past, is what I've been seeing. You don't, and that's okay, because we had a different mindset. You're not the same person you were even a second ago from watching this video. You're not the same person you were a minute ago or yesterday. Every day is a new day. It's always a reset. And you're moving forward, right? So you don't need no bullshit going on. Window of opportunity coming. Clear out the bullshit to take it. So you don't want anything distracting you or taking you off your path. Similar energy to Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this quick little reading. Stay focused is here. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal using the Buy Me a Coffee link. I'll leave a tip through there. Best of luck. Take care.